Hey, and welcome to Friday Night Smite, week number 3, right here, hosted by Detonate GG. My name's Freight Train, and casting along with me today will be the wonderful Gore Miser. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty great. I'm excited to see this. We're going to be having a really fun matchup here. A lot of the players that you actually see awesome to the max over here on the right hand side, and that's definitely a player to be looking at.
Oh, on the right-hand side is also my FPS in seconds and ping, because I forgot to hit F8 before casting this game. So you're going to get to see my FPS and ping the whole game. Enjoy that. As the bands come through, we have Crimson versus the Disgusted Toasts. I think that name is a little different. I got to check it out. But we have Al Kwong and Kepri being banned out, along with Kali and the ISIS.
Raijin going to be hovered over for the first pick. He's still, pretty strong. They gave him a balance patch very recently, but showing how potent he will be, is Deadly Chaser going to lock that one in?
It really depends on, what can you bring. Raijin is a guy that they said had utility, but in no burst. I feel like he has a lot of utility, but he's very bursty if he gets that. If he gets his 2 on you, the Raju, yeah, I mean, he's just so nasty when it comes to that burst fire potential. The biggest downfall to Raijin is his 3, his teleport away is an instant. So you can CC, you can taunt, you can stun, which is why I like the Thor, which is why I like the Athena to kind of go along with that if he's trying to get away type of mentality.
Not only that, but with that mobility that they're going to get out of this Thor and Athena, that's a global and semi-global ultimate. Just, hey, I need to get across the map, bam, you're there.
Yeah, I mean, it really helps, especially being out rotating. So, I mean, Raijin might have some issues in that matter. Guan Yu, it's probably maybe number 1 solo laner in a lot of people's opinions. Top 3 or 4 for sure. I mean, if you're counting like Vamano, Cyrus, Bologna, and Guan, those are kind of like the 4 you think of right now that are top of the game. And with saying that, we have Odin and Bologna actually being banned out. Good Odin ban. Just one of those characters that no one wants to deal with, a ring that can hop up every 40 seconds. Just no one wants to deal with it.
And it's also going to help with the Guan Yu keep up that sustain coming off of his 1, because Odin Ring does shut that down 100%. So keeping that healing going is definitely going to help their team out, as we actually see Chiron going to get the one pulled off, targeting that ADC pick and just throwing it down. They've already got Hu Yi, and Soul's going to be the one that's locked in.
This Soul pick, maybe they're trying to like play around and pretend this Soul is going to be the mid lane. I'd expect it to go ADC, depending on what gets picked up here. But you could see the Soul in the mid lane. I mean, we've seen it a couple times here and there. And I know everyone's probably seen it in their casual games. A Soul in the mid lane versus in the duo.
Now we're actually going to see like Vamana locked in, like you were just saying. He's up in the top tier for Warriors going into that solo lane. And Hunbat's probably some of the best teamfight CC in the game. And Uller hovered over. I love Uller. Just hands down.
Yeah. I think this was kind of like, all right, we're going to see what they grab real fast. And I think the ADC wanted to maybe think about things. Uller with this new little buff, being able to swap back and forth with this too is really nice. And as I'm saying all these wonderful things, and you were saying how you love Uller, it's the little okie doke, and we're going to go ahead and have Neith instead.
I don't mind the Neith pick either. I mean, she's going to have better clear than the Hu Yi will through the early game, and that global ultimate's going to help out. I mean, looking at Crazy Ties here, we actually do have 3 global ults coming out for them, and then Soul, who's just going to do an absurd amount of damage, and Guan, who's going to heal, and got a nice CC coming out from his ult.
Yeah, that's going to be issues for Raijin and everybody else right there, honestly, with the 3, the 2 globals and a 1 semi. But, hey, we don't play the games on paper. We play them in the battlefield, and we're going to be getting ready to go there. In our first game of the night, guys, it is Crimson versus... it's actually, the name is supposed to be Crazy Ties. I'll make sure to change that right now here in a little bit. But we'll be right back to you with game number 1 here shortly. All right, guys, Freight Train back here with Mr. Gore Miser as his co-caster. We are here to bring you game number 1, Crimson versus the Crazy Ties. I'll introduce the team on the left-hand side with Deadly Chaser 108 leading the way on Vamana in the solo lane. Omega, I guess that's Omega Brown right there is going to be on the Hoombots. In the jungle, Zenerade is going to be the Raijin, and Vapor Tonic is going to be the Geb in the support role, and Spellboy will be the ADC.
And then coming out for Crazy Ties, we've got Awesome to the max on that Guan Yu going to the solo lane. Shalin going into the jungle with Thor, and he's starting with a red pot, so I'm pretty excited. We've got Vinanu going into the mid lane with the Soul, and then Quig and the young homie teaming up as Neith and Athena for that duo lane.
I feel like you had the easier job there saying the names. Like
Yeah, the capital letters separating, like you see the young homie. It's not all one word. It's like relatively easy.
That wasn't too bad for you right there. We'll see how the game goes. Minions have spawned right now. Typical starts from what we see every game nowadays. It's the back harpies into the red buff on the left-hand side. Actually, no one looking to do mid camps, though. The solo and junglers each looking to just do backs to blue. Surprising with Thor against red pot.
Yeah, I would think he'd go for that little bit of early game aggression, but I guess maybe he's just going to try to rotate as fast as he can. And it's actually a Neath mid, not a Soul mid. I'll admit I did not expect that.
No, I wasn't expecting it either. Maybe Benny is the ADC. He's listed as it. I didn't realize that. Yeah, he's going to be running that ADC role. I mean, when you look at the picture, like, oh, probably Soul mid. But yeah, obviously able to work out both ways, and that will work fine. So Quig will be the mid laner on the Neath. Looks like left-hand side of Harpies will be possibly contested. Monkey does have the Sacred Bounce available, the Sacred Monkey, and well, Raijin does not have his 3, so he's not going to be going there too much, but yeah, they'll lose the left-hand sides as the Sacred Monkey toss was just off the mark.
And even again, with Neath going into this mid lane, now she's going to have to contend with Raijin's clear, but she does kind of have mage scaling on her Spirit Arrow, so she's going to be able to keep up relatively well, and that might help spell it got them the left camps, and if they rotate over, they might be able to get these right camps.
Oh, Raijin's going to go ahead and use his 3 right there, which is his only escape. Double tap connects. Here we go. This is trouble. That's the thing about Raijin right there. Shaolin will clean up first blood as that wall and a stun. I mean, you use Raiju to go ahead and get some damage going, and you teleport to him, get big burst, but then all of a sudden you're stuck, and well, you saw what happened. You have root into stun, into damage, equals first blood.
And a beautiful wall there was keeping him from getting inside his tower range, just allowing him to get that extra little damage off to get the kill. And we're actually seeing, once again, Crazy Ties, they're pushing up in the duo lane. They're controlling this lane, and they're not letting them come out.
No, they're definitely not at all. Looks like Soul's definitely going to have the pressure. Anytime you have Geb as a support, like, Geb's great. You know, Inoi's decent in ADC as far as the clear goes, but you're not going to outdo a Soul. You're not going to outdo an Athena in that aspect. It's just, anytime you have Geb as a support, you're just typically under tower. It's just the way it is, unless you have a need or something like that, you know? Like, unless you have that clear.
We're going to see Shellin actually going up into the air. It looks like he's looking for the rotation on the Deadly Chaser. Deadly Chaser going to throw out a weakening. Bead's going to be forced, but Shellin going to pick up the kill with a Berserker's Barrage, Minion's going to kick up his kill, but it gets credited to the Archer.
Didn't matter, yeah. That's, hey, Archer OP. At least that gets the kill. I mean, he'll take that. He loses his red pot about halfway through it. He got 2 kills off of it. He got the first blood, which pretty much negates, evens him up as far as the pot goes. So, I mean, I feel like that dive wasn't necessarily that bad. He's going to get his solo laner a little bit ahead. It sucks that he loses the red pot. He probably would have had it for, again, about another maybe 90 to 120 seconds around there. But, yeah, I mean, he did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, not only that, but, Vamana only getting assist, plus he let Awesome to the Max go in and steal that 1 boar, so that's just enough experience ticking over to Crazy Ties there that's going to help benefit them and maybe start that steamroll for the solo laner.
Yeah, I mean, right now, let's see, Thor has Boots 3, so Thor was able to, like, get red pot, get first blood, get a as the ultimate comes out actually on your left-hand side. Fear No Evil used in a little bit of a bad position. Yeah, kind of questioning the jungler's call to Fear No Evil in a 2v. I mean, it was 2v3, but his boys just weren't there. Spellboy and Vapor Tonic were not in the position to really do that. But here comes Shaolin, whose ultimate is getting ready to come back up here in about 9 seconds. And he's trying to make his way up to that beautiful double tap spin. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going to have to spin right there as the Hui jump is on time.
After getting that Hunbat's ult, forcing all 3 of them under the tower, and now they're able to roam into the jungle for free, that's definitely going to be another big win for Crazy Ties. Just ticking up that experience as much as they can in the early game so that by the 10-minute mark, if they can keep this up, they're just going to be steamrolling.
Oh, yeah. And now Soul has a red pot, or not red pot, a red buff, I should say, and that's going to be big damage in the duo lane, able to steal out the Raijins as the poke is so vicious when it comes down to that red buff is just so good on Soul and other mages right there. But yeah, I mean, we'll take a quick peek at the graphs, and this is less than 5 minutes in the game. We have 3,200 and a 2,600 gold lead. Like, this is Crimson. Again, that ultimate by Hoombots might have ultimate coming out the right-hand side by the blue buff. Looks like Juan in a little bit of trouble, but they were just trying to get the blue buff. Unable to, though.
Yeah, Vamana barely being able to confirm that underneath the ultimate from the Athena. Now 3 members of Crazy Ties over there just to come steal those back Harpies away. And there's not much that Crimson could do. They just kind of had to sit there and watch. They had 2 members, and Thor trying to get the double tap, not quite able to get it onto the Raijin.
That's the worst feeling. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times at Thor. That's the worst feeling when you hit the wall and you're like, yeah, free double tap, and you're like, oh man, I missed both. It's like, didn't even get any damage off with a hammer. It's just, it happens. As the taunt is probably going to come out here. Raijin gonna go in, or Raijin gonna use this 3 to get out of the way, but yeah, taunt was there, but just a little bit too deep into the tower to make anything happen.
The rotations from Crazy Ties and like the experience sharing and the way that they're splitting everything is really good. As we might see a fight. No, both teams are backing off. Deadly Chaser got really low there in a little boxing match with the Guan Yu, but they're just gonna go back to the lane. Crazy Ties is gonna pick up the blue buff and back and spend some of that nice gold they've been earning.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up. I'm curious about the builds. Anytime you got a Guan Yu on the other team, the first thing I start looking for is some sort of anti-heal. And Vamana has it with the Weakening Curse. And that's great, the fact that he has Weakening Curse. As there's actually ultimates used on the left-hand side, then you might be a little bit of trouble. Knockup comes through, half HP. Both players are pretty poked out. But yeah, here comes the monkeys. Mounts is going to miss out of the ring. There goes a shoot. That was a terrible ultimate, honestly. Missed the whole thing, and it looks like Venue's going to get out of here for free. But here comes the Raijin ultimate, and that's not going to connect.
Now Soul getting out of there with barely any health left. Thor went up into the air, but it wasn't able to connect. The double tap actually going to come out onto the Geb. Oh my god, Iron Brown having to retreat here as Vapaponic looks like he's going to be the one. Yep, he's going to go ahead and fall to the Neath. Soul came back into the fight. She has... what, 200 HP right now? And it looks like Crazy Ties is going to turn over to the Gold Fury.
Oh, yeah, I mean, honestly, again, OMG, I Am Brown just straight biffed it. Like, he just straight, it was like a softball pitch that he just had up and lined up and just missed it. I mean, there was nothing else to that. That was an easy, slow pitch that should have been connected. I mean, he had all day to line up an ultimate. He puts it at the very edge of Soul, just ends up walking out of it. And takes maybe a tick of damage, and then her 3, Disapparate comes up, and Corporal Form is no damage, and walks away free and clear, and they still pick up a kill, and Gold Fury, just, the Hoombots has to step it up, and that's 2 missed ults.
And the Raijin ult, unfortunately, I think they underestimated how much damage it hit, but they got out just barely at the tail end of it, and it's just a lot, or I guess only 2 ultimates used there, but they didn't get anything for it.
Yeah, I don't know whether, again, that's the problem with Raijin. I'm not sure whether he used his taunt or his, because you can obviously use it different ways, the ultimate. Not sure exactly what he pressed first. He connected with about 2 out of the 4, it seemed like, but I think 2 of them were still while she was in Corporal Form. And, the one at the very end just put her barely out of, the range. So, yeah, I mean, Soul able to still get away. I mean, that's the power of Soul's Corporal Form, though. Not taking any damage. That was a nice fight in the mid, yeah.
We're actually going to see Fear No Evil once again come out, but it was after he dies. We're going to see Geb fall as well as Sunbats. The Raijin ult is forced, but it's not doing quite enough damage. Thor is up in the air. He's going to fall, but not connect. Deadly Chaser forcing the ult. Going to chase down Awesome to the max, but can he get to him?
No, the heal is good right there. Back to a quarter HP pretty much. Now Guan's back in the fight, trying to use Talon Assault. Doesn't really matter. Ooh, Xenocrite. He's going to go ahead and get the kill on Awesome and Max, as he used Thunder Crash to get there. But again, when you use your escape to go in, you're probably going to die trying to come out.
And we're actually going to see Venenu get a solo kill on the Spellboy over in the duo lane. And it's just, we're sitting at 8-1. It's 8 minutes. They've been essentially getting a kill a minute.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's just been a couple misplays from the other side. Crimson, again, OMG, I Am Brown does not... That other ultimate was great. I think the last one he displays hit 3 people, but again, he just couldn't. He didn't have enough health. He just died all of a sudden, and he couldn't do anything with it. Neither could his team. I mean, just 2 ultimates that have been misplaced, and some other little timely matters have kind of just been the issues. Down 6,000 gold pretty much already, and 8,000 experience, and it's not even 10 minutes in the game. It's not spelling anything good.
It's not only that, but Crazy Ties has been controlling the jungle, and they, from what I remember, they've got the red buff and the blue buff of Crimson here, and Crimson doesn't really have anything they can do about it. They have the XP camps they can go into, but they're not picking up any kills. They're not really winning their lanes. In fact, and most of them, they're losing them at the moment, but they still have time if they can get some of the objectives. Gold Fury coming back in a little over 2 minutes. If they can get a nice set of kills and rotate over to that, they can bring themselves back into it.
Well, anybody that's seen the SPL so far this season has seen several very long games. So let's not count out Crimson just yet. Maybe late game they're able to go ahead and do something. Maybe Crazy Ties. Oh, as the ultimate is going to come out the left-hand side. Both going to be there. And, well, it looks like Spellboy tried the 1v1, Venue one more time, but Quig's ultimate ended up really turning the tide there as the stun comes out at the last second. And then Venue able to clean it up as Stora is up in the air right now. Where's he going to go to? Is he going to dive on Moonbots?
He's definitely looking for it. Hunbat's still sitting at level 8. Thor gonna miss the ult as Vamana's gonna be forced up in the air. Vaportonic not gonna be able to get his ult off. Raijin coming through with a lot of damage. A great Fear No Evil gonna kill Awesome to the max, but Venunu gonna be the one who gets the kills, returning a double kill there, picking up the Hunbats and the Vamana.
Yeah, almost. I mean, force Raijin back. Spellboy was already dead and just spawned. Pretty much a DSI in a sense where you just get complete control of the map. No one's near you. So, yeah, you're going to lose your soul laner for a tier 2 all day, every day. And, you know, sorry, Awesome, but love Awesome to the max. He's a good guy. I've seen him play several times in Kaz in his games. But, hey, man, I'm going to let you die every time for a tier 2.
Absolutely. And not only that, but they ended up forcing Spellboy to go back again. Spend Hu Yi, no farm? Okay, that's great. Like,
yeah, that was just kind of, I don't know what Hu Yi's doing there. It makes no sense for Hu Yi to jump up there and, like, just go to mid when the tower is free. Again, the Vamana, Deadly Chaser, starting off with a weakening is great. I love it. You have anti-heal, but you kind of needed TP, man. You're down 2 levels and you're down like 1,000 gold. You needed to get the lane back and forth. Weakening would have been a great second item, you know, or active for sure. It would have been something to see, but honestly, at this point down, they're so far down. Even if he does get a TP, the Vamana, I don't really know what they're going to be able to do with it, as looking at the ward placements on the ground, there really isn't a lot of blue wards, and it's all red.
And even if, I know with that weakening, he was probably in the mindset of, I'm going to look for an early kill, try to get this goal on you, but even still, I guess he didn't factor in the fact that the junglers are rotating. We haven't seen the Hunbats make it over to solo lane, I don't think once since the beginning when they took that boar.
Oh, Vamana's going to lose another boar again, and here comes the Talu Assault, and Deadly Chaser is eating all the focus. Hunbats is going to come back over here. Oh my G. Oh yeah, the cavalry charge. Here we go. And a Athena ultimate. That's a great combination of abilities into the taunt. The young homie will steal that one away.
Yeah, Hunbat's still sitting at level 9. Deadly Chaser gonna be the one running around. Vaportonic gonna be in a bit of trouble as Thor is just kind of chilling inside the enemy jungle, not really caring what they have to say as we see Soul and Neath starting up the gold field.
As the Gold Fury, we'll take a quick peek at the graphs to see where they're at before this Gold Fury even gets completed. 10K, near 10K just before. Well, it's going to be, well, yeah, there it is. 10.3 after and 14K experience. Well, at 12 minutes, 30 seconds in the game, Crazy Ties has this game tied up, or, you know, in hand, I should say. And I don't really think Crimson's going to be able to do too much about this. As the left-hand tower, Tier 1 looks to fall. Zoning ultimate out by Spellboy. Good use of the ultimate. I like it. Going to at least delay a little bit longer. Cheeky little bounce going to be attempted, but Spellboy beats. He's good up in the air. He goes back down in the middle. He's going to try to fight Twig, but he's 3 levels down. I mean, just at this point, Spellboy can't really do a lot, and neither can.
The weakening is going to come out, but a bit too late, as none of the members of Crazy Ties are really that low. They just wait for it to end. Beautiful taunt coming out from the Athena. Purification forced on the Hunbats. A nice ult going to force them away, but they're sitting low, and Thor's going to go up into the air. Neath picking it up with her too there. Now Deadly Chaser's going to be the one that's in trouble, but he's running away. He's got the healing from the Vamana ultimate, and he's sitting right next to his Phoenix.
They're hurting him as best they can right there. Oh, awesome to the max. Oh, tower shot. Okay, they're pretty low right now. Don't really... It's kind of dangerous. Yeah, there we go. They got 2 players backing up. The jungler and the solo laner will back up, so it's going to be Venue and Quig. It looks like TP coming in right there. Nice ward placement to allow his teammate to get back in here. Awesome to the max is here. Going to go right back onto the ADC and everything. Phoenix falls, and it looks like this might just be a retreat call.
It looks like they're trying to run back. They got the Phoenix. There's not much more they can really get from fighting there. And they're all sitting, not necessarily low HP, but their mana pools are going down as the young homie goes back in, completely disregarding what I'm saying. They're going to take out the Hunbats and Vamana and all in one sweep. Spellboy going to be forced to jump away. Vaportonic going to get really low here, and he's going to fall once again to Venunu. And Spellboy picked up by Quig, and now the base is open, and the only person to defend is Raijin.
Yeah, the F6 is coming through. Athena backed, and again, another pretty much, as you said, there goes the global ultimate. Instead of having a TP to use, uses the ultimate, gets right back into the fight. Did Athena just taunt the Athena taunted the Phoenix. I don't know. That's just funny to me. Obviously knew the game was pretty much well in hand. It's fine to go ahead and just use your confound at the Phoenix, as the game is going to be pretty much one-sided. 2-21 Rita kills Crimson. Just again, they kind of really lost that early game pretty hard, and that just fell into it fell into that cycle, man. Just fell into that disaster zone.
Yeah, very few misplays early on just put Crimson too far behind. The Hunbat's ult not really being as effective as they want. And honestly, the Thor play coming out from Shalin there was really strong. And Vanunu getting a lot of those solo kills, like, they just put themselves so far ahead that every time the fight turned back to them, they didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to do it for game one right now, guys. We might see how long it's going to take for the other game to be completed. We might jump into that. We'll see what's going on. But give us a second. We're going to take a short break, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my little FPS ping little meter. So hang out and enjoy the music. We'll be right back.